Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Thursday, another week of 3 Good Minutes.
Can I try the intro?
Sure.
Oh, okay, good. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Thursday and another week of 3 Good Minutes. I'm Jen. This is Ryan. I'm Ryan. This is Jen. And we're really happy you're here. How'd I do?
I think we're going to go with it.
20 episodes. Never got to do it. Thanks.
How do you feel?
So good.
Okay, great.
Great.
Do you want to say what we're talking about?
Market update. So exciting.
We are.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that's been happening in the market. Obviously, the third quarter just ended. I think, obviously, we all know about sublease space. In LA in particular, we're up to 6.4 million square feet of sublease space on the market. And I think something that is maybe most notable, since obviously a lot of you are all over the country, is from a sublease standpoint, to accrue the amount of space that we've gotten after March has only taken 2 quarters to get to the same levels that it took from 08 and 09. It took 2 years. So 2 quarters, 2 years, same amount of sublease space.
So that's a lot of negative stuff. Let's give a positive. VC funding is actually, it's great. VC funding is up. So what that means is increased leasing activity actually around the country. So while we are not quite where we were at a record level of 2019 funding, VC funding is still up, which means lots of money out there, lots of new companies hiring lots of people, which has helped keep our unemployment, even though it's incredibly high and 3 times higher than it was at this time last year, it's helped at least keep it in check a little bit.
But in LA, we are actually on par with third quarter of last year, that if we did the same amount in the fourth quarter, we would end at the same total for the year, which is just under $9 billion. So
why do we think that's happening in LA?
The weather.
Yeah, it must be the weather. Couldn't have anything to do with production or FAANG companies or the entertainment industry or anything like that, right?
All those combined, probably.
Oh, yeah. And the FAANG companies are helping keep everything insulated.
Welcome.
Everything insulated. So absorption is not at a great level right now, but the FAANG companies, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google are still continuing to take massive amounts of space in many markets, which is really allowing the absorption rates to stay lower than they normally would.
Yeah, and there are some industries that have obviously been hit very hard because of everything that has gone on. Travel, hospitality, restaurants, although I know we're all excited to go back to those. But also, why are you laughing at me?
Yeah, I'm excited to eat again. Out.
I'm going out to dinner tonight.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, enjoy.
But there are a lot of industries that are doing well and that will continue to do well. And like we talked about last week, are really making kind of amazing revolutionary changes and growing their businesses in ways they probably never thought they would because of this.
Yeah, so a couple things we're tracking, at least in our world, is our COVID cases, clearly, and the up and down nature of those. We are tracking the federal stimulus package. As of right now, we are maybe going to have one, we think, but that has looked dead, so we'll see. So federal stimulus, COVID cases, consumer spending is actually pretty not great. I mean, pretty not bad. For a pandemic, it's pretty good right now. So we're looking at that. We're looking at county and national unemployment. Not awesome, but not the worst that it could possibly be, and not what everybody expected back in May either. So a lot of the things a lot of the indicators that we look at are actually pointing up, or at least staying consistent with where they were in 2019, or the levels that they were at in March, April, and May, which is when, generally speaking, much of the world was not looking as great and rosy as perhaps it might in the future.
I think that's why there's some confusion, but also why we are trying to stay positive and are staying positive, because we aren't seeing a lot of the really negative indicators that we did see back in 2008, 2009.
That's right. Yeah. So right now, the U.S. is, I think, hoping for what we are calling the Nike swoosh.
Hopefully.
That's our recovery standard right now, is the Nike swoosh. So just do it.
Has to be sports. What inning are we in? What does the recovery logo look like?
So if we can get back to that, we probably have, a tough 2021, but probably a recovery maybe going on at the same time, and perhaps we don't hit recession levels that we were maybe expecting back in May.
Which would be great.
How about that, doing a market update with not much in the way of percentages or numbers? Well done.
You told me not to.
No, we're looking big picture over here.
Trying to take direction. I do it so well.
It's your turn.
All right. So for those of you that don't know, last week was Ryan's one good thing. So I had to wait a week to do this. But Ryan ran his 32nd marathon last week, and he did it by himself, and so that he could enter it for a virtual time, and he crushed it. And in light of everything that's happened this year, the fact that he could go out and do that and run an amazing run, 26.2 miles by yourself, no thank you. But he did a great job, and it's pretty impressive. So a little one good thing clap.
First time I've ever blushed on one good thing. Thank you very much. That's very sweet of you.
So we don't know what we're talking about next week, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. So don't miss it.
I'll do the closing.
Okay.
Have a good one, guys.